Good evening, guys, and happy Tuesday to all of your sunshiny faces. So, guys, I think I might have touch of what Matthew and Jack ended up having. My dad doesn't feel that great either. Matthew wasn't feeling good 2 weeks ago, and he was back for the football game, for Jack's football game on Friday. And so he wasn't actually feeling that great like the days after or whatever. And like over that weekend or something like that, he ended up not feeling that great, and then like got sick or something like that. I think finally actually went to the doctors and got tested and everything like that on, like, I don't know, last Tuesday or Wednesday or something like that. For him, it seemed like it was actually a lot worse. Like, he felt really congested and like just like more, he said, like sinuses, and I guess it was sort of going around and that they, like, a bunch of people also had, like, I don't know what it was, like sinus infection maybe or something like that. And so that's what Matthew ended up having. He went to the doctors and they were like, if it gets worse, like, you can get medicine, but that he, after a couple days, it sort of went away and he was fine. And so then Jack had it and got it, like, probably from last weekend from Matthew. And like Matthew, I don't actually think he was at football practice at all, but then he was at the football game last week because of it. But Jack wasn't feeling that great, like, last week, like on, I don't know, I think Friday, like right after the football game when he came back home, he was like, I'm starting to not feel that great. Which is weird though, because then after that, it was sort of like one at a time. Then after that, my dad wasn't feeling that great. He said, like, I think a day or 2 days ago, he felt like almost like he had a sore throat. And that was the same thing too Jack said on the first day, like on Friday or whatever. And then today, I felt sort of like last night I noticed, like, I felt sort of congested. It's weird because honestly, my allergies sometimes totally mimic a cold or something like that, and sometimes I have honestly no clue, and it's not until sometimes the next day, like 24 hours to 48 hours later, that I'm like, oh no, I'm fine. Like, and the weird thing is that I still am totally have all of my energy. I'm like actually got a ton of stuff done for today, which is so weird because the days that I actually feel good, I never get anything done. But like not as much as I wound up getting done actually today. But it's weird because it feels like my eyes, like, and like my eyes feel super like puffy right now, and my, like, my face does not actually that bad, but my nose is a little stuffed up, and that's actually it. I'm actually wondering if it's because I've been so good with taking my vitamins, and I've been taking my multivitamin, has vitamin C in it already, and then I've been taking my extra vitamin C because I think I told you guys on Monday, I was like, oh, that's another vitamin I need to get. I didn't realize I actually had another bottle still, so I started taking that on Tuesday, and Tuesday night I actually started not feeling good. Or no, maybe I took it actually on Monday, or something like that. I don't remember, but I think I've taken it for like 2 or 3 days now. And like I said, funny enough, I actually have been feeling not that bad. And again, I actually have a lot of energy to like get stuff done. And like I said, the weird thing is that, like, I have not, honestly, probably the last time I got sick was like 4 Christmases ago, I think, or three Christmases ago, something like that. Like, I don't even actually know the last time I got sick with an actual cold. Like, other than, like I said, those so many Christmases ago. I think it was 4 Christmases ago. Like I said, I can't even remember having a cold since then. But I got sick, and that was with the, like, the stomach bug or whatever I ended up having, and literally, like, it was just, that was horrible. It was honestly probably the most sick that I've ever been. I could not sit up without vomiting. That's how bad it was. But like I said, I don't remember the last time I actually been sick with like some type of cold or like sinus congestion or anything like that. I always, like I said, and we'll see tomorrow, because sometimes it is allergies, and it actually got really cold yesterday. this always happens when there's a huge change in temperature for me. So that's why I also don't know if that's what it could be, because like when I'm not feeling good, when I am sick and stuff like that, I feel like I don't have energy. I still have energy, which is weird, which is almost what's making me think that it's possibly allergies. Sometimes allergies can also suck the life out of me and make me feel like I am like actually sick, but it'll be like 24 to 48 hours later, I will still feel fine. Like again, it's normally always just in my head too. Like if I don't have, that's the thing too, is like Jack sort of had a little bit of a cough. Matthew said too, like that he has more of a cough. I noticed my dad doesn't really seem like that. Like he doesn't seem congested in his chest. It's more in his face too, and like, you know, his sinuses and everything like that. At least that's what it seems like so far. But like I said, with Jack, like when he wasn't feeling that great, he sort of did have a cough. Like I noticed that on Saturday. And he like was like sleeping, I think on Sunday maybe during the football games or something like that. He fell asleep out on the couch. Or maybe that was on Saturday, I don't remember. And I feel like when I know it's just like sinus stuff in my face, like and my eyes, you know, all that kind of stuff, and maybe even just a tad bit in my throat, that's when for me I always want to just assume that it's allergies, because I can't even distinguish sometimes like really bad allergies compared to actually having a cold. So yeah, like I said, I don't know, it could be either just allergies, it could be whatever Matthew brought back, but I just am not like quite as affected by it right now, just because I think I've been taking my vitamins. Honestly, like I said, I don't have a cough or anything like that either. Like I noticed I did a little bit, but it was more just because like there's some stuff in the back of my throat, but like I don't really have a cough or anything like that. So I'm gonna hold on to, you know, taking my vitamins, and hopefully this whole thing will just pass, which would be really nice. So yeah, but like it was funny because while we were in lockdown, it was in May or whatever, and you know, May, April, June time, you know, that seasonal change and everything like that. Every single day I was terrified, because I'd wake up and be like, oh my gosh, my nose is stuffy, I almost feel like I'm getting a sore throat. Like I was so terrified. And every single day it ended up just being allergies by like the end of the day or the afternoon, or sometimes I get them in the afternoon, but by the next day when I wake up, it always seems like it's always worse, especially for me at night. No matter what is wrong with me, it's always like at night, like later in the afternoon, that I'll feel like not worse, but like, I don't know, just like maybe lazier too, because I'm just more tired. But like my allergies always seem worse too in the afternoons. But again, because I know that literally, we went from, you know, the 90-degree weather and everything like that last weekend, where I wore a tank top to the football game, which is like weird for like September weather. But to this week now, on I think it was Monday or Tuesday or something like that, again, like today, freezing cold out. Yesterday was kind of cold, today was super cold out, like and it was like rainy and stuff like that too. So I totally feel like it could be a mix maybe of allergies. But I actually, like I said, I got so much stuff done for today. I uploaded, I did dishes, I did laundry, somewhat made my grocery list. I didn't completely finish it, but I made my grocery list. I just have to actually like type it out. And then we're gonna go to grocery stores tomorrow. And like I said, I did the dishes and laundry, and we actually went out to the garden too and picked all of our potatoes. We got so many potatoes, guys, oh my goodness. Well, not so many, actually. I feel like it was maybe less than last year, but we only did, I think we did less than last year anyway, and we actually got some big ones, which I was actually really surprised about, because last year they were all like these little tiny ones that like, and the skin looked really weird on them too. These red potatoes that we did actually looked really good. I don't know if maybe we left them too long last year or like what it was, but these ones actually looked perfect and were like actually popped up out of the ground, because the stalks pulled them out because they're dead now, which I guess is actually how you're supposed to tell when they're done. I think I left them in way too long last year, and so this year when the stalk died down, actually I think maybe from the wind or something like that, it pulled them out. My dad said that all of them popped out, and I was like, oh, and he's like, you know, you might want to pick them. So we went outside. Actually, they all looked really good, like I said, compared to last year, way better. But yeah, so anyways, guys, like I said, I don't totally totally know like how I'm feeling. It could be allergies, it might not be, but the thing is that also too, the way sometimes I know if it's allergies or not is if it progresses. I felt the same from this morning when I woke up to this afternoon. Normally if I'm like getting sick with something, it will normally progress a lot faster, while I'll be like, oh, like I feel like I have a stuffy nose, then by like afternoon I feel like I have like a sore throat, then by the late night I have a cough. Like that is how fast it'll wind up moving, and then I'll just be like full blown sick. Sometimes the cough doesn't always come, but like if that quickly happens, like I felt pretty much the same from this morning as I have in the afternoon. So either it's not that bad, or like I said, it is actually allergies. I will have to, like I said, you know, see how I'm sort of feeling tomorrow. But yeah, I also the other thing, guys, was that I fixed the bathtub yesterday. We've had like a really slow like drain in the bathtub for a while, where like we'll get a couple inches of water when we're taking a shower. And yesterday, after my dad took a shower, it was a complete standstill. He had to scoop all the water out so Jack could take a shower. Then I go to take a shower and the water's not been scooped out from Jack. And so I had to scoop all of that water out. And I was like, gosh darn it. I was like, this has been a problem for a while now, like probably almost all summer. Or even like later, or like earlier than that, maybe since the springtime. Like we just had a really slow drain. And I was like, this is like really ridiculous. So I just went in there with a plunger, gosh darn it. I fixed the whole stinking bathtub last night. And I was like so excited. Every time I'd start to see the water like puddle in the bathtub though, I'd be like, oh my gosh, it's gonna start filling up again. I was like, I didn't really fix it, but it never did. My dad took a shower this morning. He said that it never filled up at all. Like it wasn't even like it's a slow drain anymore. It completely went down. And so I was like, hey, I fixed the bathtub. And this was something my dad has put like 2 things of Drano down there like since, like I said, it's probably been since spring. So like we've been slowly dealing with this, where like it was like built up a lot more, and then my dad got it down to like being like a slow little you know, like less draining faster, but like it's still a slow drain. And so yeah, yesterday I just took a plunger in there, gosh darn it, and fixed the thing. After, like I said, it's been multiple, you know, things of Drano that have gone down the drain and not worked. And so yeah, taking the simplest of tools in plumbing ended up fixing it. Which is weird though, because honestly, we've had a couple problems. Like I remember one time when I was in high school, I think we had the same problem with the shower. I fixed it with a plunger. Several times, toilet troubles, I've fixed it with a plunger. Like I've not come across a plumbing problem I haven't been able to fix with just a with just a plunger. So yeah, anyway, so I fixed that last night, but that's why I went to bed late. It took me almost a half hour though yesterday to drain all of the water out of the bathtub. And then I tried to get, we have the little like little thing, like the snake sort of little thingy. It's not really, but you know, like one of those things to sort of like get clogged hair and stuff like that out. So I was trying to use that at first before I moved on to the plunger. And then I was like, because at that point I was like, the thing wasn't fitting actually in the drain at all. And I was like, gosh darn, I was like, what am I supposed to do? And I was like, let's just try it. Like what else, what is the worst that can happen trying to use the plunger? And I was like, and me thinking too, I was like, my dad has probably tried to do this before. I was like, that seems like the simplest thing to do, right? You have a plumbing problem, you probably go to the plunger as first. No, my dad never, that never like crossed his mind. And he said like sometimes if it's like a bad clog and it isn't really like moving at all either, plunging it can actually make it worse. But I was like, it's not going down at all. Like my dad took a shower earlier in the day and by like several hours later it hadn't moved at all. And so I was like, what worse can I do? You know, this point. So no, I plunged the whole thing and fixed the shower now. We have absolutely no slow drain in there. It is draining just as fast as brand new plumbing practically right now, which is really nice. So but I stayed up late because I was trying to fix that. It took me like a half hour to an hour to do that, and then I ended up taking a shower late, and so it's sort of late tonight, and I ended up also having a Coke with dinner. Maybe it's why I'm feeling a little energetic too, because I made pizzas for dinner tonight because we have no room in the freezers either. We need to get rid of, we have like 5 or 6 like big box pizzas, not even just like the little like, you know, tombstone pizza sort of things. It's like the big box like home run-in pizzas. And they're taking up like huge amounts of space in the freezer, so I was like, I need to use this up. So I made pizza, and you can't really eat pizza without having like a pop, so you know. Now it's sort of late, and I blame that on not going to bed early last night, and then also to having the Coke for dinner tonight with dinner. So anyways, I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.